Welcome to another edition of the Stack Supplement Podcast, where we roll down all of the top stories and exciting announcements shared on our website from the past 7 days. And it was a busy damn week. I was actually up in Vancouver, Canada with the team at Nuliv as we did a nice little retreat over there with a bunch of other stars from across the supplement industry. And we still did the job. I still got all the news out there, got every important development and update possible. And it was on hell of a week. And I will say this, that it was primarily energy drinks. It was all about energy drinks, news, related items over the past week or so. And so I guess what we'll do, usually like I always do, we go around the big ones at the end, or at least we have some sort of theme. So I've got, I think, we've got 3 energy drink stories that will roll out the end of the episode with. But to start it off, we're going to get into the business of supplements with the team at RYSE. They're coming out with their clear protein powder, and I believe it's this week. I'm pretty sure it's this week that they announced that it's going to be available. But more importantly, they revealed exactly what flavors it's going to be available. And now if you missed this, it was a few weeks ago that RYSE took part in the GNC franchise show, and they previewed a bunch of new supplements, including their first ever clear style protein powder. Now, if you're not aware, clear protein powder is basically just, and I say basically, it's protein powder with a clear twist. And by that I mean it's typically semi-transparent. It's not like a chocolate milkshake as we've seen, or most people will be familiar with protein shakes. And the flavors it comes in are not just traditional chocolate, vanilla, cookies, peanut butter. They are more light and refreshing, or clear and refreshing if you must, with flavors like fruit punch, blue raspberry, lemon lime, pineapple. Brands pretty much go wild when it comes to these clear things. And yeah, RYSE is getting into it, but it's got a twist with it. They are not launching their clear protein in, I guess, your typical clear protein powder flavors. They are doing authentic collaborations with none other than Jell-O, the iconic jelly company. And initially it was confirmed, I believe there were two flavors initially confirmed, berry blue and black cherry. And now, right in line with its August 1st, yes, that's when it's officially launching. Right in line with the lead up to that, they've confirmed that there will indeed be 2 other tastes available, one of which is strawberry banana, which I thought was rather interesting. That felt like that combination of strawberry banana, the thickness, the smoothness, seems more suitable for your traditional whey shakes or even a smoothie. But they're doing it for their clear protein. And then there is also going to be another authentic collaboration with Kool-Aid, and it's going to be Grape. So Kool-Aid, Grape, strawberry and banana, then Jell-O, berry blue and black cherry are the flavors for the RYSE protein powder. Clear protein powder, the first clear protein powder from RYSE, and this trend just seems to keep on growing week after week. There have been numerous brands getting into this clear protein. I call it a subcategory. It has been around for several years. Isopure being one of the first I recall being somewhat of the original or pioneer. And then we had Dymatize jump in with ISO 100 Clear, and that's kind of been a few more since then, and now it's an avalanche basically. Shooting from there, we're going to jump on over to what is essentially another trend, but not in the protein powder world, more of the pre-workout world. Now, there has been something that's become more popular, basically called what we call them bulk liquid pump pre-workouts, or just it's a pump pre-workout in bulk liquid format. Now, this is not a style of supplement you traditionally see. Usually you get sports nutrition products in pills, powders, sometimes drinks, but a bulk liquid format is usually, or what you would have most commonly seen is, in a carnitine or a MCT. These are basically like the powders and the pills where you get multiple servings in one bottle, but it's liquid. So it's not an RTD that you drink all of, or it's not a shot that you throw in your pocket and drop out whenever you need. It is a bulk liquid supplement. Now, traditionally these products tend to have a cap on the top. You just fill up the cap that equals out to 1 serving and have at it. Now, over the past few years, the bulk liquid supplements have become very popular in the world of pre-workout, specifically with glycerol-based pump formulas. Now, the reason you get bulk liquid products for carnitine and MCTs is those ingredients are very much suited and better used in bulk liquid format. Glycerol is also the same. Liquid glycerol is significantly more stable. Obviously, glycerol is more stable as a liquid. It's one of the big reasons that you get clumping in a lot of pre-workouts. So putting it in liquid form makes perfect sense. And you get to have a bigger dose, because when you get to these powder supplements, it's anywhere from 2 to 5 grams. In the liquid supplements, you're seeing brands get up to 10 to 20 grams. So this past week, we've seen two brand new entries into that subcategory of bulk liquid pump pre-workouts. The first one is A&S Performance up in Canada. They've introduced a Dilate liquid pump. Now this is basically a spin-off of their regular pump pre-workout called Dilate. And the formula is not too bad. So you get 10 grams of glycerol in a 15 ml serving. Alongside that, there's pink Himalayan salt, 3 grams of straight citrulline, and a few B vitamins. Now, there are 31 servings per bottle. And as I said, a lot of brands have been going to 10 to 20 grams. So here, A&S has done 10 grams of glycerol per serving. Certainly a good amount to encourage a lot of muscle pump and fullness effect. However, if you want to go double, you can go double, because twice that would get you 10, or take you to 20 grams of glycerol, 6 grams of citrulline, and the B vitamins, if I remember correctly, are all good as well. The only catch is there are 31 servings in every bottle of the A&S Dilate liquid pump. And so if you did double up for that 20 grams, it's going to bring you down to 15 servings basically. Most of those other pre-workouts, or the bulk liquid pump pre-workouts that have those big dosages, they are opting, I believe many of them, I think I remember seeing a 40 to 20, so you double up in 20. So it's still it's not too far off, but again, it's worth keeping in mind in case you do go double up, and then 15 workouts, that's 3 weeks worth if you're training 5 times a week. You'd eat through that. And then alongside the A&S one, news broke out on Gaspari Nutrition, who has also come out with a bulk liquid pump pre-workout in the exact same fashion as I was referring to. So these are multiple servings in a bulk liquid bottle. So you'd pour out a serving, put the cap back on, you go more servings for later. And this is glycerol based. As I said, generally when you get pills, powders, liquids, and whatever, the ingredients, well, at least most of the time, the ingredients are very specific for that format. You're not going to put 12 grams of citrulline in a capsule product. It's just not going to make sense because of the size. No one wants to throw down that many capsules. And so in some cases, ingredients are just better suited. And in this case, glycerol is just more appropriate for a bulk liquid supplement. And in the Gaspari competitor, you have a pretty solid formula, very, not too different from the one I just referred to from A&S. However, instead of doing a split of that 10 to 20, like I said, they have 32 servings, and in each of those, there's 32 servings. Now you can double up for 16. However, the amount of glycerol you get in that double serving isn't that 20 grams. As I said, you double A&S's, you get 20. There's a few others that you double. I think Inspired's FSU serum is another one like that. I'm pretty sure Pump Source is a double to 20. So this one is not a double to 20. You take 2 servings of this, you're going to end up with 12 grams of glycerol. So it's a little on the lighter side, but we'll get to that later. You also got 1.5 grams of pure citrulline, so alongside the 12, so the double serving is 1.5. If you go single, you get 750 milligrams. Then there's 1.25 of betaine and a gram of arginine. So it's very much a typical pump pre-workout, but the benefit of being a liquid format allows you to have that fat dose of glycerol. Now, I said I'll explain later on the lighter side of the dosages. This one is incredibly cost effective. At least on launch it was, but that does foreshadow the possibility of the future. So most of these bulk pump pre-workouts sit in the realm of your typical pre-workout price, I guess. So around 30, 40 is common. And so you are not necessarily buying like a bulk carnitine or a bulk MCT that you might throw in for $10 or whatever, just an add-on or a bolt-on, as some people say. This is very much a second pre-workout with Gaspari's proven pump. The price on this is pretty damn good. So it's $42.99 for a bottle of those 32 servings, or 16 if you want to double up. Now, that obviously doesn't sound supremely cost effective, but they launched it at a buy one, get one free. So that is 2 bottles for basically $21.50 each. Now that is a damn good deal, because like I said, you very rarely see pre-workouts in the $20 range these days, typically 30 to 40. This is regularly $42.99, but for that sale, the introductory sale, it was half. And at $21, this is a damn good standalone, well, glycerol-based pump pre-workout to just be able to have handy, stack in when you want, and yeah, throw in when needed for extra pumps. I don't know if that's going to come back. I don't know if that's going to be ongoing. It was a celebratory introductory deal, but as I said, it does kind of give you some idea and scope of what they might do with this if they're willing to sell it at half price, basically. Buy one, get one free is half price. You might roll up next week and there'll be a deal, Super Pump, buy Super Pump, get this free. Just knowing that the capacity in the room that they have to move, that they can offer a BOGO is pretty telling. But again, very, very cool that they've been able to do that. And again, the dosage is a little lighter, but for that price, I don't really have much to complain about, especially if you stack that with other pre-workouts that might already have glycerol, or in that case, some citrulline, as this isn't. Citrulline is in there, but not at a hefty amount. You can check out both those on the website. Now, I think we're going to get through at least, I'm trying to think, we're going to get through at least one more story before into the blast of energy drink news. I might actually do two. I might do them all this week. The next story we have is from Barbell Brigade. Now, Barbell Brigade started as a gym from the very notable fitness influencer, Bart Kwan. I'm pretty sure his name is Bart Kwan. I'm just remembering the top of my head. I swear that is, but yeah, sorry, there it is. And so he started as a gym, Barbell Brigade, and then it eventually evolved into clothing as well as eventually supplements. Now, the clothing and apparel, I think they also had like fitness accessories as well, like lifting accessories, proved extremely popular, and they eventually evolved into supplements, and that was where we stumbled across them, anything supplement-wise we typically know about. And they did some pretty good stuff. They introduced some pretty solid supplements, did a good pre-workout. They had some creatively flavored protein powder. Now, the news out last week is that they are closing it down. They didn't really go too much into detail. That's neither really here or there. Everyone has their reasons, but they're basically closing down the supplement and the apparel side. The gym will remain open, so the Barbell Brigade gym will remain open in LA, but it is gone for the gym apparel, or fitness apparel, and the supplements. But it was great seeing them expand out into that, get into supplements. They were here for a few years, but big shout out to them and the effort they put in. And also, I'm pretty sure it's all gone now, but there was a clearance sale. They were clearing things out at incredible discount. So head on over there. I don't know if there are anything left, but may as well have a look if you're a big fan. The next story we got before we jump into the beast of the energy drink announcements, we're going to go over the beast that is M777. This is UXO's, I don't know if you pronounce it UXO, UXO supplements. Hugely promising, ridiculously loaded pre-workout. Now, they have been talking about this for an immense amount of time. They've been hyping this up a lot, and now we've finally got reveal of it. So M77 is the premium pre-workout from UXO supplements, and the reason this is a big deal is because they've said they were going to come out with the biggest serving size ever. Now, I thought there was another one, but I couldn't remember. It just slipped my mind. But the one that stuck out the most in history was Pre-Cree from Muscle Elements. They bumped up to 48 grams. And that was a huge serving. Now, notably, they did have some carbohydrates in there. Nothing wrong with that. Of course, carbs, sugar, pre-workout is fine. And so that was the biggest. UXO supplements revealed the M77 label last week. It is going to be available in the coming weeks. And holy shit, they were not kidding. It's a 49 gram serving, and they haven't even sold you short on fillers either. They didn't cut any corners there. 40 of the 49 gram serving, 43 grams are actives. And more importantly, none of them are aminos. None of them are carbohydrates. And it's worth pointing out because those do juice up the active ingredient count, and they can juice up the serving size. Nothing wrong, like each to their own. You want BCAAs in your pre-workout, have at it. But if you were to put in something like, I don't know, 2 grams of pico to 6 grams of citrulline, 3.2 of carnosine, like you had all these performance and pre-workout ingredients, they're going to take up less room than, say, 15 grams of carbs, and they're sure as shit going to cost a lot more. And same with amino acids like BCAAs. If you're on 10 grams of BCAAs, they're going to cost a lot less. And it's not that there's a problem with that, but if you want a pre-workout and you really, really want to, I guess, have that title of the biggest serving and the biggest active, I guess, then doing it with pure pre-workout ingredients just kind of adds points, for me at least. And that's what they did. I'm going to rattle off the ingredients really quick, but you can check it out on the site. We've got the full breakdown, and I'm extremely impressed. And while more doesn't always equal more in the gym, I'm extremely interested to see how this plays out in the gym. I'm all for a new experience, and even if this isn't 1 + 1 = 20 with all the ingredients that are in here, you can bet your ass it's going to deliver something you haven't had before. It's just, we'll get into the ingredients and get going. So from the top, this is heaviest to lightest in traditional fax panel fashion. 10 grams of citrulline for pumps, 7 tyrosine, so more than your 1 to 2 that you usually get. A double dose of beta-alanine at 6.4, 5 grams each of betaine and creatine monohydrate. So the full dose of creatine, double that typical 2.5 betaine. Then you've got 2 grams of taurine, acetyl-L-carnitine at a gram, as well as agmatine at a gram for more pump support. 800 milligrams of alpha-GPC, so a bump above the 600 that you typically see. Then there's Vasodrive AP at double dose of 508. Aquamin, marine source minerals, providing electrolytes for hydration. DMAE, natural caffeine, theobromine, cognatic, previously Neurofactor, Zoom XR, estrogen, huperzine A, and Alpha-Bin branded alpha-yohimbine. Now, I didn't rattle the doses on the stimulants just because it is what it is. Those big ones are they tick the boxes. They're there. The caffeine is very reasonable, 350 of natural caffeine, and then I believe on the Zoom it's 75, so it's a combined 425. Very reasonable, and with that scoop size, it's a 2 scoop for a maximum serving. So if you did want to lower the caffeine to 350, maybe take a 2/3, 1 scoop, and then half another scoop. And even though that will mean you get less amounts of the other ingredients, this thing is so loaded that should be just fine. But damn, I got to commend them on this. Like I said, they did not disappoint. And they have gone and put like ingredients instead of putting these, I don't know, juicy amounts of other things that may not be overly pre-workout focused. All of that is for a better experience in the gym, a better performance, better workout. They have really centered that around everything. And like I said, sometimes when you put in things that juice up the serving or juice up the actives, it might not necessarily play to that core purpose or that core goal that you want to hit with a pre-workout. UXO has done that with their 777. The thing is coming out, I believe it is next month, so within the next few weeks. And I'm going to be definitely getting my hands on that thing and just seeing how it plays out. 43 grams of actives is no joke. Again, it might not necessarily be 1 + 1, like all of these things together equal a monumental performance, but I have to imagine that they will do a damn good job at what they do. I've never experienced a supplement with this many actives in it, but definitely come close. Heaping scoop of some supplements will get me there, but this is definitely has the record. I would have liked to see them hit the 50 gram mark just for the sake of balance, and it would have made the tub overall 1 kg, so 2.2 pounds. But big applause to the team at UXO for M777, and we look forward to seeing how that plays out in the gym. The last few stories we have, again, are all energy drink related, and we have a buttload of them. Starting off with news from Raw Nutrition, specifically Bum Energy Drink, and the Clash of the Cans winning champions that Bum Energy Drink is. They revealed a new flavor. I might go through these pretty quickly until I get to the last one. But there is a new flavor on the way in pink lemonade. But plain and simple, it is the same reliable Bum Energy Drink formula with a mix of a light level of caffeine, and then the premium and proven nootropic ingredient Cognizin, all in that soda-sized can. So not the slim and sleek, thin Red Bull-like 12-ounce can. This is a stocky soda, cola, Sprite type can, a 12-ounce still, and low sugar, no sugar, I believe, sugar-free, and 0 calories. I'm not sure if it's 0 calories. I think it might be some calories. I always get lost because for a while it was always 0 calories, and then I think they just started saying no sugar, 5 or 10 calories or whatever. Same recipe, classic pink lemonade formula, Obviously, pink lemonade is a hugely common taste in the world of supplements, so it's not like you shouldn't be unfamiliar with it. From there, we jump on over to the team at Ghost, and they had equally big news to share on the energy drink front. Firstly, they announced two new special edition collaborations. They are both reskins, so at least these two are specifically reskins. It is of they are special edition reskins supporting or in partnership with baseball teams. One is for the Chicago Cubs and the other is the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, you get the same ingredients and dosages on the inside as every other flavor of the energy drink. The design on the outside has been, themed around each of the teams. So they've got a nice pinstripe background, nicely related to baseball. And then they have the colors of the Cubs and the Phillies. Now the flavor on the inside, as I said, these are reskins. These aren't special edition products or all new creations. They are reskins. So the flavor on the inside is cherry limeade. This is something many people have had before and has been around for the Ghost Energy drink for a while. But, I should also mention there are specifics on their availability, as you cannot get them everywhere. I believe they said that both the Chicago Cubs and Philadelphia Phillies cherry limeade Ghost Energy will be available in each team's respective local market, including for the Phillies, it'll be available at Citizens Bank Park on game days. So very kind of like what we had with the Dodgers Prime, if I recall correctly. They did that, was available at the games. And to be honest, I think Ghost did this as well with the Suns reskin, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that, but I think they did. But if you're more interested on the new flavors, Ghost also announced, in addition to the drop of the news of the baseball-themed energy drinks or reskins, they also announced a flavor that you kind of saw coming. They put out a teaser not that long ago and said that what's different here, and they put a few little pictures in and around, basically covering up a purple can. And in that picture, you could see like little splashes at the top, little droplets that were pretty much what you see with the Welch's Grape logo, which is what you even see with the Welch's logo on some of the other flavors that Ghost has already done in partnership with Welch's. So we suspected it to be a Welch's Grape, and that is indeed what it's turned out to be. They've officially announced that a Welch's Grape, an authentic Welch's Grape flavor, is coming to the Ghost Energy drink shortly. I believe there is a secure can opportunity is coming on Wednesday of this week, first day of the month, or is it Thursday? One of those days. A secure can opportunity where they have a limited amount available on their website or app for 1 hour. You get in, you grab one, it's free, you pay shipping, but get in quick because they go fast. The last three we have, I was trying to rush through this all, and this is a big one. This is the one behind us, as always. This is news of the next new flavor of what is Stack's favorite tasting energy drink, and that is the Monster Ultra, the internationally available and tremendously popular. I think last year they said at the Monster booth at the NACS convention that it was a $2 billion a year beverage, which is insane to know that that's what it does by itself in comparison to everything else Monster has to offer. But it's incredibly delicious. They always nail the flavors, and they have announced, or Monster's announced, or at least news got out on a flavor. They didn't announce it yet, but there was a listing that showed up at Kroger. There were a few other people or places that showed up with pictures of this. A new flavor has surfaced for the Monster Ultra beverage, and it is Monster Ultra RYSE Guava. It is designed, as per the name suggests, to deliver a guava taste. Very different from the other options. Damn cool can design with the name of RYSE in the mix. It is very much like a Miami theme. I was reading the description on it, and they play into the whole Miami tone, and then it's in the name. They got the colors. They got like a nice turquoise and pink type thing, and the design itself you can see intricately throughout the can, and they play into that. So it's an all-out sweet guava taste. Now, when it's going to be available is difficult. No one has got anything concrete, but it did just show up at Kroger. So Kroger has thrown up a listing for it, which isn't here or there. They don't have it available. They just have a listing. However, we said this in our post on the site. I seriously can't imagine them putting up a listing without knowing when it's coming. Some places do that, but just being the supermarket giant that it is, I would have thought they would have said, hey, we've got Monster Ultra RYSE Guava coming in 3 weeks, but we better get it on our website. Like, that's what I think has happened, and that's why they might have it like it's coming get ready type thing. So I think it's going to probably be here within the next month, 2 max. We'll make sure we get details out where you can get it when we have them, but it is coming, it is real, and it will have that signature Monster Ultra formula of 100, I believe it's 150 or 160 milligrams of caffeine, no sugar, low calories, and a great taste. For this episode though, that is it. We wrapped up. I appreciate anyone taking the time, and all we do for support, or we ask for support, is visit the website every single goddamn day, every hour if you must, every minute if you can. Share it with your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, friends and family. Sign up to the email, sign up to notifications, follow on social. That's all we ask in return for doing what we do and keeping everyone updated on everything in the world of sports nutrition, energy drinks, and functional food. And for this episode, that is it. Thank you for listening, and look forward to having you back next time.